I love psychology. I discovered the likes of B.F. Skinner, Carl Jung, Ivan Pavlov, and whatnot 30 odd years ago. And once you understand what they were saying, and then look at society, it's absolutely terrifying. Both B.F. Skinner and Carl Jung knew that society wasn't going to survive because we cannot understand the animal that we are. We believe we have free will because of the Bible. God made man in His own image with the free will to believe in Him and worship Him. But yet we don't have free will. Not when it comes to your behaviors. Your free will is in your mind, not your limbic system. And it's a damn good thing your mind doesn't agree. Your mind doesn't override the limbic system. Because I guarantee you one, we see a whole lot of bad in the society today. You stop and think about your bad thoughts. And there's nothing there to control those bad thoughts. That's called your shadow. Carl Jung described a shadow as your capacity for doing evil things, for doing really bad things. And I love the way Jordan Peterson explained it. In order to understand the human shadow, you need to be understanding of what the Nazis were. They were human beings, regular old Joes for the most part, pig farmers, business owners, just average people. That were digging through the church vaults and government vaults, trying to figure out if they were trying to trace their lineage back to Nordic, so they can become Nazi SS. Once you're Nazi SS, you were unrestricted. And that's what the shadow's all about. What are you capable of if ever left unrestricted? There's nothing that can stop you from doing anything. That's what the Nazis did. And they wrote shooting people in the back of the head in the streets. But in order to understand that, you got to face it. And most people aren't willing to face it. We've been made to be afraid of our own shadows. You stop and think about the social media and all the movies. It's all about blood and guts, isn't it? We're being force-fed our shadow every day, and we keep getting pushed away further and further away from it. You look at John Wick. I mean, how many people died in the movie, but yet people were pissed off because a puppy died. Now, if you want to explore your shadow, you can actually get online and play all the video games, first-person shooters. You can shoot and kill whatever the frick you want online. You can get in and explore your own shadow in a virtual environment. This is where the control comes in. Carl wasn't telling you to go and become the shadow. Go out and express all your evil things. When he talked about the shadow, it was understanding your animal nature. Your shadow is your animal. That's the reality. And to deny that animal means that you cannot be a moral person. Until you understand your capacity for evil, your capacity for doing bad things, you cannot be a moral person. But yet, we got a whole lot of moral monsters in society. There's a whole lot of moral people out there. That's the reality. And we got to start thinking about that. We've been made to be afraid of our own shadows. And let me tell you something. B.F. Skinner and Carl Jung, they knew that society wasn't going to survive what's coming. Because we believe we have free will when you do not. When it comes to your behaviors, you do not have free will. Your behaviors are all a result of something in the environment. That's the reality. And it's a damn good thing, too. Can you imagine if the mind overrode your behaviors on a daily basis, all the bad thoughts that people have? Can you imagine what society would turn into? Your mind is where your free will is. That's where all your choices are. Your wants, your needs, your desires. It's your limbic system in your brain that determines whether you get it or not. That's the reality. And people's fight or flight response is all controlled by the limbic brain. Fight or flight. People look at their dog and they call it aggressive. People look at their dog and they call it reactive. But B.F. Skinner would ask you point blank, what pisses you off? What makes you upset? What makes you show aggression? What makes the animal that you are show aggression? What makes the animal that you are scared and reactive? But yet we label dogs aggressive and reactive, and we're killing dogs for it. When we don't understand our own aggressions and reactivity. We've been driven so far away from our own animal, it's not fit. And we need to get back to understanding what the animal is. Human beings are not, we aren't human beings anymore. We're not animals. Human beings are animals. And if you stop and listen to your dog can actually teach you how to be an animal. And that's the owners that I see success with. The ones that actually stop and listen. We got 2 eyes, 2 ears, and 1 freaking mouth. We should be doing twice as much watching and listening as we do talking. But most people say they can't learn to shut up. When your gums are flapping, you can't listen. That's reality. And nobody ever listens to the dog anymore. People don't listen to their kids anymore. You know, I watch parents as they protect their freaking $1,000 iPhone, but yet their kids are being groomed in schools for all this bad shit. By a lot of moral monsters. A lot of people have bellied up their own shadow. There's a whole lot of evil out in the world. And let me tell you something, it's all coming out in the open. You're watching pedophile rings be brought down all around the world. Children are a commodity, something to be trafficked. There's a whole lot of moral monsters out there that people realize, and we're getting a wake-up call here very, very soon. And Skinner's going to get his wish that society was based on positive reinforcement, your wants, your needs, your desires, because when people's fight and flight kick in, when the entire matrix is exposed for what it is, when the entire world that we live in is exposed for what it is, you're going to see a whole lot of fight and flight. That I can guarantee you.